What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? On this episode of Phirst Contention, we talk about Kobe going out for the rest of the year. Tiger Woods just missed the Masters, and the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. So keep it locked. It's Phirst Contention.
Let's get this party started.
Coverage tight, spotlight on tomorrow. Who you with? Trust, you'll be delighted that you followed. At Phirst Contention, the invention. We debate sports, of course we should mention. What's that? We cover games, we don't play suspensions. We 100, so if your star's missing, we let you know your squad surely gone fishing. We never fish though, no, not our motto. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Phirst Contention. Here today we have Mr. Marvin Banks out of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, I'm saying hola, senors and senoritas. Wow.
Yes. Mr. Ty Sosina, also out of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Salutations. Swear.
And we have a special guest coming to us for the first time, Mr. Terrence A. Jordan, down in ATL.
What's going on? Repping the ATL, shouty.
Swerve.
Yes. And of course, I'm Stephen Davis. So let's get right into it. Our first topic of the day is Kobe Bryant. He goes down against the Warriors with maybe a couple minutes left in the game and tore his Achilles and is out for 6 to 9 months. Now, a lot of this can be blamed towards D'Antoni kind of overusing Kobe, playing him the whole game, or maybe it's just Kobe's age. But what do you guys think? Is this the end of Kobe? Is D'Antoni to blame? What are your thoughts? Mark, why don't you start us off?
First and foremost, Bino, Black Mamba, Kobe, whatever you want to call him, he's going to be back next year. So that's already given. Can you put blame on D'Antoni for him? No, of course not. Does this change the Lakers? Yeah, it does change them. You know, they was going to get put out in the first round by OKC, and this year they're not going to make the playoffs. Because I'm predicting that they will lose on Houston tomorrow night on national TV. So I don't think they're going to make the playoffs tomorrow. I don't think Steve Blake has it in him to go 5 for 8, whatever he went from behind the three-point line and have 20-something points. So they're going to be right here. We can call up Kobe. We can have more Phirst Contention next week, too. Might as well.
Wow, okay. So the Lakers won't make the playoffs. Ty, what do you think?
Man, I said way back when that the Lakers will make the playoffs, but you know what? It really doesn't matter. I mean, they put all these minutes on Kobe just to make the playoffs. What's the point? Just to say you can make it, just you can get knocked right out by those boys in Oklahoma City. I mean, at this point, it's obvious that he's gonna come back next year. You know, Kobe system, Black Mama. He's not going out like no sucker. But I mean, how much left does he have in the tank? This is a serious injury. It might change the course of his career. You know what they say? An Achilles injury is so serious that the very first person who had it died from it.
Wow. Okay, he died. Kobe's 35, but we'll see if he come back. Terrence, what do you think?
Listen, let me tell you all this. The Lakers will make the playoffs, and if it's as the 7th seed and they match up against San Antonio, I predict they will win that series. Guarantee it. You hear it from me first. Now, if they make the playoffs as the 8th seed versus OKC, I don't give them a shot in that series. I have them falling down. I'll go 4-2 because I think that the Lakers will give it a push. OKC isn't the same team as they were last year, but I think they're going to come out the West. As far as Mike D'Antoni is concerned, I always hated him. And because Kobe, the Black Bean Mamba Bryant, was injured Friday night, it made my hate for him a little bit more deeper. Let me tell you this, right?
Soapbox time.
Let me tell you this. So it hurt like hell for me to wake up on Saturday morning to know that this man torn his Achilles. KB24 has been the best thing to the league since MJ has left. And D'Antoni mismanaged his minutes throughout the entire season, especially over this last stretch, just simply trying to make the playoffs. And people want to say that it's not attributed to him playing too much. I mean, he's averaged the second most in the league behind a rookie who plays for Detroit. I don't even know the rookie's name. Marv, Ty, Steve, you may know it. Don't know his name, but it doesn't matter at this point. The point is that Kobe's gone, right? And people say that, oh, it's not because of the minutes. It's not because of the minutes. Well, to educate you all on overuse and Achilles injuries, it's also associated with.
So
go ahead.
We can see that you're a very passionate Kobe Bryant fan, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of Lakers fans feel the same way as you feel. You know, I really feel for Kobe, and I wish him a hopeful and great recovery. You know, he's a black mama, so he probably will come back next year. But
real quick to throw this out, he's Kobe Bryant. If D'Antoni told him to get out the game, he wasn't gonna listen to that man anyway.
Yeah, you're right. He wasn't gonna sit down. But
and
talking about one Goliath, we're gonna move to
don't think about the blasphemous things that you just said. Better than Jordan? We're talking about that little rookie.
Yeah, we're talking about one Goliath. We're going to move to the next, and that is Mr. Tiger Woods. You know, he was on a roll earlier this year, had a couple of good statement wins, and a lot of people started bringing up the questions of whether or not he's back or not. And now he had his chance to kind of win one at the Masters. Almost got disqualified by hitting the flagpole. Didn't know that rule for some reason, but they still let him get back into the round for the finals in 5th place, and he ended up finishing in 4th. So what are your thoughts on Tiger's golf outing at the Masters? Terrence, we're going to start with you.
Well, it was disappointing to watch. I put a lot of trust and faith in Tiger. I mean, before the Masters, he was putting really well. Although he wasn't hitting the fairways like I wanted him to, I thought that he had a good shot of winning it. And I think that penalty and him not knowing the rule really set him back psychologically. I mean, after being assessed 2 strokes going into that Saturday, I don't see how he could have came back from that. I mean, he was playing okay, but I just think it just took a really mental toll on him, and he would have had to shoot like a 66, 67 to even have a chance at winning on Sunday. So maybe he'll get one sometime during the rest of the year, but after Saturday and that two-shot stroke, it was just over with. It was done with. So
okay. Well, Ty, what do you think?
I mean, every single time Tiger wins something, we've talked about is he back or not. We kind of laid off a bit because it seemed to be no, he's not. No, he's not. Let's keep waiting. But you know what? 4th place is not bad for a lot of people. It's bad for Tiger, but based on everything he's been through, we got to give him his props. And we already talked about the penalties and the misstrokes that he lost, but to finish tied is not bad for someone like him. Just give him some more time. You know, he's still getting over this issue. You know, he's getting back into a rhythm in his life. He's got a woman now. Just let him get back to his groove. I think Tiger will come back. The only thing that could save Tiger right now besides time is a time machine and Olivia Pope, because if we can go back in time to when the whole thing first happened, I promise you that the whole thing would have maintained under wraps.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, Mar, what do you think?
Just think about the turning events that Tiger had. The shot that hit the flagpole was supposed to be a birdie. How many times do you hit the flagpole and it drops into the water? It rolls into the water. Now he has to take a penalty shot for that. He hits it. And here's the worst part about it. Somebody snitched on him. Somebody called in and snitched on him. Somebody called in. They looked at it like, okay, Tiger, you fine. But somebody called in and snitched on him a day later. Can I call the NBA and say, hey, LeBron traveled. Y'all need to call that call again. Can we redo that? No. So I have to attribute to the fans. I have to attribute to the new age that people into. You know, where snitching is legit now, where people can call in and tell them other athletes. That's that's just something I'm saying.
Okay, well, snitching or not snitching, Tiger Woods is not back yet because he still hasn't won a major. But moving along, we have the NBA playoffs set to begin pretty soon as the season is beginning to wind down. The playoff spots are pretty much locked in except for the 8th seed in the West, which is kind of a battle between Utah and the Lakers. So with that being said, we have the top-heavy guys in the West. That's Oklahoma City and San Antonio, but you still have some young gunners and the Nuggets and the Warriors that can, cause some havoc. Then you got the East. Everybody's just kind of writing off and say the Heat is going to make it, but the Knicks are playing well. The Pacers are still in there. The Celtics, they're ready for playoff basketball, and they got the Nets too. What do you guys think is going to happen in the East and West in the NBA playoffs? Marv, what do you have to say?
Let's just get the East out the way. Yeah, the Heat are going to go to the finals. So let's just get that out the way. They're going to. I predicted earlier in the season on the show that the Heat will outdo the Lakers record when they went 16-1 in the playoffs. So you know what that means. I'm predicting that they go undefeated in the playoffs and go 16-0. Now, let's move out there to the West. I don't think that OKC has the same power as last year with the missing of James Harden. But, with Durant out there, that's just a natural-born killer that can score 30 points off of 15 shots. I feel like it's going to be a repeat of the finals again. OKC versus the Miami Heat. Miami Heat in another sweep.
OKC versus Miami Heat again. Okay. We'll see about that. Terrence, what are your thoughts?
Well, I have OKC coming out the West by default. I think that, like Marvin said, James Harden is missing, so they're going to be a different team. But I still think they have the better chance of beating their other opponents. I mean, the Spurs are plagued by injuries. You have the Lakers, who are non-existent right now. They have been all season. You have Houston. I think they'll make a run, but they'll come up short. You have the Clippers. I think they may shock people, but I still think that they just can't handle OKC. In the East, this is tough. I want to go with the Knicks. My heart says go with the Knicks. I think that Melo, this is his year, his chance to get his shine on and show the world that he's capable of winning a championship. However, Miami Heat, they look better than last year. So I predict a good Eastern Conference Finals matchup between those two. And my emotions, my heart, Knicks win the series 4-3.
Wow.
OKC and Knicks matchup in the finals.
Oh, wow. I really like the way you're thinking, Terrence. That sounds amazing. I know there are a lot of haters on here that don't want to see that happen. Don't want to see that happen, but tell you what, I would love to see that happen. Ty, go ahead and talk about Chicago without Rose, but let us know how you feel.
Oh.
Terrence, man. After that, I don't know if you can come back on the show again. Let me tell you here. First of all, okay, the Spurs, you already talked about them. They're plagued by injuries. They're not the same. They've been there, done that, but the injuries are going to hurt you when you're an older team. We already talked about the Lakers, the AC, whatever. All that stuff doesn't matter. Oklahoma City will come out of the West. They're the best team in there, number 1 overall seed, and based on everything that's happened. And the Clippers, they've got a lot of inside locker room turmoil going on. I don't think that they can make it. In the East, granted, you have teams that can pull on Goliath's belt from time to time, but that's just one game. In a whole series, you are not going to take down the Heat. The Knicks, you want to talk about the Knicks? They live and die by the 3. Some of us just live by the 3. But the Knicks will die by the 3, just like Oklahoma City did in the finals last year. Oklahoma City is worse than last year. Miami is better than last year. And who won? Miami. This is hands down what's going to happen. Going to Vegas, you know where to put your money on. El Fuego.
All I'm just saying is don't count the Knicks out.
Don't count
And
them out.
they might live
They
and
might
die
not
by
get out the
three.
first round.
They
They
may-
might not even get out the first
They may
round.
live
They
and
might
die
get out
by
of the first
three,
round.
but
They
they
might get out
have
of the
been
first
round.
moving
They might
that
not get out
ball
the first
around. They've been playing defense. This is a different Knicks team than I've ever seen. This is a different Carmelo Anthony that I've ever seen.
Man, it
Don't
would be
count
cool to
them
see
out.
D Rose off the bench and see
You
what he
know
can
what?
do for the Bulls.
I want to put a dub up on against the Celtics against the against the
I'll
Knicks in the
take
first
that.
round.
I'll
put a
take
dub
that.
on the Celtics.
I'll take that, and I'll take all your money.
Y'all on the record. It's on the
I'm on the
record.
record.
On the
I'll
record.
put Celtics.
You gonna buy
Against
me dinner like
first round.
Stephen A. say. You gonna pay for my dinner when the Knicks come. I'm going courtside to watch the Knicks beat the Celtics. Then you gonna pay for my dinner. We're gonna come to Minnesota. We're gonna do it like that. But anyway, that's all we got for this episode of Phirst Contention. Thank you for watching, and make sure to check us out on Twitter at Phirst Contention and on Facebook at Phirst Contention. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening.
Ride with Phirst Contention, that's full throttle in. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Phirst Contention. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Phirst Contention. Game face grit, like born for playoffs. Say it all in small time like payoffs.